G'day Throttlers, welcome back to the channel. Now it's been 6 months since I bought my Royal Enfield Continental GT 650. So I thought that's about time to be able to tell you a little bit about what I love about it, what I hate about it, and anything else that you might need to know about the Royal Enfield Continental GT. Also the couple of little things that I've done to make it more usable for me. But first, time to head down into Marrickville to my favourite coffee shop, the Old Garage Espresso, grab a coffee and I'll tell you all about the Royal Enfield. On my Royal Enfield Continental GT 650, and just while I'm on my way down to my favourite little cafe in Marrickville, I just thought I'd mention the Throttle Downunder chosen charity. Now, I've mentioned it in a couple of videos in the past, but Throttle Downunder is choosing to support a charity called the Biker's Hand. Now, as I've said before, the Biker's Hand are a bunch of very good quality humans out in Western Sydney that are all motorcyclists and all passionate about helping the underprivileged. And everything that they do, every cent they raise, every donation they get goes to the underprivileged. No one takes any salary or wages out of this charity. It's purely for the people who need it. And not only do they support the people who need it, but they support other people, other charities in the community as well. Essentially what they're doing is developing one of the most epic little charity networks in Sydney, and catering mainly to the people of Western Sydney that are doing it tough for any reason at all. So there's a link at the bottom of your screen now to go to the Biker's Hand Facebook page. Go over, follow them, support them in any way you can. I really love these guys and I think they're doing really good things for the community. Alright, it's coffee time. I love my morning coffee and I love my coffee from this joint. Alright Throttlers, there's my coffee done. I feel a whole lot better now. Alright folks, so I'm heading down to a little street or a lane in St. Peter's called Maze Lane, and now this is a street art precinct of the inner west of Sydney, and I'm going to get a couple of shots there, but while I'm travelling down and back I want to tell you a few things about the Royal Enfield Continental GT 650 that I love. And I'm going to finish off with some of the things that I hate about this particular bike, and reasons why you should look into whether you're going to buy it or not. And being a motorcyclist, that van in front of us is a place that we never want to be. We hope that we never ever get caught in an accident. Alright, let's slip in here. Alright, the things that we love, or the things that I love about my Royal Enfield Continental GT 650. Now, first things first, I love the look, The look of the Enfield 650 is, in my opinion, the ultimate cafe racer look. You know, obviously cafe racers are so variable, and the customized scene is exactly that. It's all customizable. However, stock out of the factory, I think this has one of the best images of a cafe racer that is available. Again, it's just my opinion. I know that there'll be plenty of comments to say that you disagree, but this is just my personal opinion. Secondly, the sound. Now this is a 270 degree firing angle parallel twin 650cc engine. Now that doesn't mean much to most people, but to me what that gives you is one of the most traditional parallel twin sounds that you can get. Make that up with a really nice set of exhaust pipes, and you create a sound that is very, very, very pleasing to the ear. Now, I've already made a video about what pipes I've used and why, and if you check it out at the top of the screen right now, you'll be able to have a look at the video that I made about these pipes. So I talk about the pipes in a bit more detail, so I'm not going to go into it right now, but I love the sound that I've created with this bike. Yes, it's not to everyone's taste, but it is a nice sound in my opinion. Now the third thing that I love about the bike is its affordability. You know, you buy one of these Royal Enfields and under 10k you get yourself a good solid bike. It's a learner's bike as well as an advanced bike, and it's just a bike that you could just live with for a long, long time. So that's my little opinion about the good things on my Royal Enfield. Let's grab some photos around here, and then I'll tell you about the things that I don't like about my Royal Enfield. Alright, always one of my favourite spots to take photos of my bikes. There's just something about street art and motorcycles that fits the bill. Alright, so we're got some nice shots in Maze Lane. It's always a cracker of a spot to get some photos of motorcycles. Now I want to talk about the things that I hate about my Royal Enfield Continental GT 650. Completely honest, there's nothing that I hate about my bike. It's actually a cracker of a bike. The things that I hate most about it is more the public perception of the motorcycle community about the Royal Enfield Continental GT 650, or Royal Enfield in general. If you know anything about Royal Enfield, you know that they're built in India these days. Now I believe the design team for the new Interceptor and the new Continental GT were British, but essentially the bikes are built in India. Now that has brought up a big question mark in the motorcycle community regarding quality of manufacturing. India has a massive population, and they've got a massive construction world going on in that country that the Western world doesn't know about so much. And there's absolutely no doubt that their workmanship is not as refined as the Japanese or the Germans. Obviously that's going to be the case, and that's the case for most machinery right around the world. But they've really created quite a solid little bike that has what you need and not what you don't need in it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, for me, motorcycling is about getting on, firing up an engine, rolling the throttle, and just having a good time. Now, I don't really care so much about ride modes. This has got ABS and it's got fuel injection, and that's all I need. That's why this is such a good little bike for me. Obviously, you know, if you're comparing this to a Japanese sports bike or a sports tour or anything like that, there's no comparison at all. But for me, this bike is my knock around the city bike. It's my urban exploring bike. It's not something I'm going to spend hours a day on. It's not something that I'm going to be travelling cross country on. So for that reason alone, I think this is an awesome bike. Let's pull up here, have a nice little walk around. So you can have a nice little look at the bike, and we'll go from there. Alright, wrapping things up from my Royal Enfield Continental GT 650 6-month review. Do I love the bike? Yes, I do. Is there anything I seriously hate about the bike? Not a chance. Taking into consideration its appropriate use, the cost, and the experiences that I've had with it, there's nothing at all that I dislike about this bike. Should you buy it? Yeah. Do you know what? That obviously comes down to motorcycle preference. If you're a young bloke that wants to go real fast, no, this isn't the bike for you. Get a sports bike. Get something that's suitable for what you want. If you're someone that loves a modern classic, like there's no two ways about this, this looks classic, but it's got some modern touches with fuel injection and ABS, then this is the bike for you. Whether you're a learner or an experienced rider, this still is the bike for you. This is the bike where you can be on your learner's permit and you're totally fine and legal with this bike. But if you've been riding for 20 odd years like I have, this bike is still a really good choice. I have an absolute ball every time I get on it. As I said, I wouldn't ride hundreds of kilometres in a day on it. For me, I wouldn't find that very comfortable. Everyone's different. But what I love about this bike, if I just want to go out for lunch with some mates, grab a coffee down the road, or do any of the classic styled motoring events, this is the bike for me. Anything more than that, I jump on my street glide and do my thing there. Anyway folks, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and our style of video, please hit subscribe, give the video a big thumbs up, and until the next video, take care, ride safe, Ciao.